ladies and gentlemen. Dude, I'm so excited here. For all the replay viewers, thank you so much. I appreciate every single second that you spend on here, sincerely. For everyone who's hopping here live, listen, the most valuable thing that you guys got going on for yourself is time. You cannot replace it. So every single second that you stay here on this line, I sincerely do appreciate your time. You could be doing 1,001 other things. You could be putting your kids to bed. You could be spending time with your significant other. But for whatever reason, you chose to hang out here on the Power Hour. And what a crazy lineup. So, you know, I just had, before I get into any kind of content, I just really have to give it back to some significant people. First of all, I am Jen, I don't know how to say your last name. I am Jen, Leticia. That young lady is a ball of energy and fire. And your story just resonates. You know, I used to be a smoker and I quit. You know, I didn't have such a tragic incident on the reason why I quit, but just huge. 10 kids. I've heard a hard time keeping up with you. Yes, 10 kids. You know, it's great to see a lot of my Snapchat friends on here. I really appreciate it. But let me give it back to Jen. You know, let me give it back to Gordon. Gordon, listen, I think you literally millionaire talk, boom. Racks talk, boom. Gordon, I think you convinced me to lease my next car, my friend. I really think you convinced me. Like, I'm the person, hey, Missy, December. I'm the individual that never leases cars because I drive way too much. When they say the average is 12,000 miles a year, I double that. So I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not going to lease a car. But you have my wheels spinning. You know, and a shout out goes to my friend Ian Power, man. What a great, listen, I remember seeing this program from the very beginning, and 19 episodes later to what it's evolved to. My friend, you've done a great job, but I know you couldn't have done it by yourself. I know your right-hand woman is Lisa. Lisa Burgess, man, if you're not following Lisa, if you're not following Ian, listen, the Power Hour is a significant community here on Periscope. And listen, they're getting the best of the best to come here and deliver hot fire information from motivation, inspiration. Yes, Missy December, the Power Hour. If you guys aren't following Ian S. Power, if you're not following Lisa Burgess, you need to put some emoji, guys, and make sure you follow these individuals. And listen, let me introduce myself. Look, nobody special. My name is Fabian Brown, guys. I'm 36 years old. You know, I'm a musician. I'm an educator. You know, I'm a business owner. But I guess my claim to fame here is being a proud father of 10 awesome kids. No exaggeration, guys. 10 kids. In fact, follow the hashtag 10 kids no problem. You get to see crazy stories, crazy pictures of my awesome blended family. We have 3 sets of twins, okay? Rex. We have 3 sets of twins. We have 4 singles, 36 years old. Yes, it's a blended family. You know, I married my wife, you know, and she already had 6 kids. And I know that's blowing your mind away right now. You're probably asking yourself, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, but it was one of those things where I literally fell in love with my wife because of how much of an amazing person she was, an amazing mother, an amazing leader. You know, she escaped a domestic violence situation, you know, and her fortitude to strive and go ahead is nothing less than remarkable. So Danielle, if you're catching this replay, I love you dearly, and that's why I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you because of your strength. You know, I fell in love with you because of your ability to overcome adversity. And you know, that's the deal. You know, just, you know, so we're not complete strangers. You know, I'm going to peel it back a little bit. And Lisa, do me a favor, you know, make sure I'm on time and not going over, you know, because Lisa Burgess, she's going to come on next after me. And you know, it's so great, real quick, it's so great to see so many people on here, like Roger, like Liz, like Lisa, like Missy December, like Rax. It's so great to find you guys on here. If you want to share the feed, I'll be, you know, honored. If you want to give the hearts, that's cool too. Fearless Leaders in the house, guys. It's amazing. Funkmaster 808, he's the man. Ben is in the community right now. I love that, love that, love that. Thanks for inviting your followers. Missy December, thanks for inviting your followers. Neil, Shell, Sheer, Lynn Wyman is in the house. Oh my goodness. Mindy, are you following me? Snapchat and Periscope. I love it, Mindy. Thank you for inviting followers, guys. I really appreciate it. You know, today's topic is called building relationships, both online and offline. You know, and guys, I'm gonna come from the perspective of me. Okay, listen, I'm not an expert. You know, I'm not an uber multi-millionaire. I'm just Fabian Brown, the guy, 36 years old. You know, musician, saxophonist. You know, educator, business owner, the guy with the 10 kids. So I'm gonna give you my perspective on how I've successfully built relationships, both online, right here with platforms like Periscope, and how I made the transition from online to offline. Did I say that right? Online to offline. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So, taking you back, you know, real quick about my story. Listen, yeah, I told you about the kids. I told you about the businesses. I told you about the, you know, the musicianship. All that will play as I unwrap this. You know, I found Periscope 9 months ago as this little rinky-dink app that I read in a blog. I'm like, okay, cool. I like to be social on social media. Let me check it out. I met my husband on eHarmony. Dude, you know what's so funny? Okay, so technology, side note, technology, I was scared of doing things like this because I thought it was for people who were single. I thought it was for people who were looking for significant others, who wanted to date. You know, I had no reason to be social with anybody on social media except for friends, family, and people who I, you know, work with or went to high school with, or, you know, yeah, like Tinder. I missed that whole era. I was already married. I already had kids. Mr. Caleb Maddox, boom, is in the house. Caleb, so nice to see you on here, bro. I appreciate your time and hanging out here, and I appreciate you involving followers, too. This thing's about to blow up. I got on Periscope. I did not expect anything, okay? I got on here thinking like, all right, cool, I'm going to get on this app. I'm going to check out some people and whatever. But what I found was significant, influential people who were building something significant. They were building a brand. They were building something around themselves. People like Caleb Maddox. In fact, my first real engagement, my first real relationship that I built on this platform was with a gentleman right here in this room right now, Caleb Maddox. Now, he is a 14-year-old author of a book called Keys to Success for Kids. Okay, you heard that right. For those of you guys who do not know Caleb, make sure you put some emojis up, brother, and make sure you're following this guy, all right? 14 years old, wrote a book, Keys to Success for Kids, okay? So when I saw him, I'm like, dude, is this kid an actor? Like, what's going on right now? But as I followed him, Sean's in the house. Nice to see you, Sean. But as I followed him, as I followed his father on this app called Periscope, I really got to see the genuineness. I really got to see who they really were, what they were really about. And I got intrigued. I was like, wow, this thing called Periscope, it's the real deal. So what I started to do, just like you guys are doing right now, I started engaging, okay? I started chatting. I started, oh, you know, nice topic. You know, I started, he would ask a question and I would answer it, okay? Same with him and his father. We started building rapport on Periscope. So tip number one, guys, if you really want to leverage this technology, if you really want to build significant relationships with people from all across the world, you have to engage. You have to go on their scopes. You have to watch them. I'm going to follow Fabian. Feel free to follow back. Yes, I'm going to catch this replay, guys. I'm going to try to stay focused on the content and then leave it maybe open for some questions. But you have to engage. You have to ask questions. You have to share their feed. That's how you build a community. That's how you build relationships online. Thank you so much. That's how you build relationships online. So, you know, Caleb Maddox was one. So it went from me hanging out, tip one, engage. Me, thank you, Chris, hanging out, watching Caleb Maddox's Periscopes, right? Getting to know him, getting to know his story, getting to know his message, getting to know who he was influenced by, getting to know who he was influencing, getting to know exactly who he was serving in the community. And I was like, dude, this kid is on fire. More people need to know about him. So guess what I did? I built a relationship with him, and I took the relationship from online to offline. I simply said, hey, Caleb, you know what? Your book is fire. I got to buy a book. I bought a couple copies on Amazon for my personal kids, for my kids to read. I also read the book. I fell in love with the book. I fell in love with the content. I said, it can't stop here. So being in the education industry for over 15 years, what did I do? I leveraged my network. I said, hey, listen, I have a friend, you know, she's a superintendent of schools. You know, I gotta introduce this awesome book. I showed her the book. She took my copy. She read it. She's like, I love it. We need to buy some copies for the school. On the spot, 70 copies of that book was purchased just like that. So think about that. So let's rewind that. I met this kid, Caleb Maddox, 14 years old, wrote a book. I found him on Periscope. I enjoyed the content. I engaged. We built a relationship online. I was so compelled to share his story with one of my persons in America and sold 70 copies. So do you think Caleb was happy because he sold 70 copies? Absolutely. But did we stop there? No, we didn't stop there. What we decided to do was, we're like, oh, you know what would be cool? It would be cool if, like, you know, Caleb, you could do, like, a Periscope for the kids at this school. We're like, oh, yeah, that would be a cool idea. And, you know, Caleb's father said, you know what? We travel a lot. We're in the Philadelphia area a lot. We're going to come up to the school. We're like, what? We're going to come up to the school? So we booked it. But guess what? We didn't stop there. If Caleb Maggs was going to come all the way from Florida, all the way to Philadelphia, New Jersey area, do you think I'm going to have him come up to one school? No, 6 minutes, thank you so much. No, absolutely not. So we booked him as many schools as his schedule allowed. We did a book signing at a local library. We got him on PHL 17 News. We got him local media press. We blew the kid up. Now listen, don't get me wrong. He's already doing absolutely fine without me. He has a command of social media. In fact, he is the one that should be talking about this topic, about building relationships offline and online, okay? But we did that partnership together, and he was able to influence and expose thousands of kids over a 3-day span, okay? Not just thousands of kids, because once he got on TV, man, it was just like, boom. All right, so I'm excited about that. That's just one example. So 6 minutes, building relationships online to offline. So you understand how that engagement, you understand how that process started, right? It just started with just like this, guys. Chatting in the chat box. Chatting in the chat box. Ricky Baines, he's the founder of a community called Peripreneurs. Okay, Peripreneurs is an online community founded right here on Periscope. Now is on every single platform that you can find. From that community, from me engaging in Peripreneurs, I met significant individuals like Missy December. I met, yes, you better chat, baby, that's right. I met individuals like Rax. I met individuals like Alan. I met individuals in my life that I call my business partners, that they're my growth friends. There's 3 types of friends, and this is not mine. This is Brendan Bouchard's. You know, I watched a YouTube years ago about him talking about different types of friends. Okay, you have your old friends, right? So your old friends are people who you went to high school with, who you used to work with, and, you know, for whatever reason, you were friends in that certain time in your life, and guess what happened? Life continued going on, and you guys went your ways. You have your old friends. And then you have your maintenance friends. Friends that you may not talk to every single day, but you keep in contact with, you know, maybe once a week or once a month or once a year, and you can kind of pick up wherever you are. You kind of just maintain the relationship. But then, my friends, you have your growth friends. And your growth friends, you want to have the most amount of growth friends you can possibly have, because the growth friends are people who you are going to grow with into the next chapter of your life. You have to understand that. So through the community of Peripreneurs, I found my growth friends. I found individuals we're exchanging thoughts and ideas and talents and skills, and I'm learning from these individuals, and I keep growing and growing. Listen, I'm having conference calls at 5 a.m. in the morning with people in Sydney, Australia. Do you understand? It's all because I engaged people online to offline. So, guys, it's possible for you. Okay, this organic reach is possible for you. And it's not just happening here on Periscope. It's happening in Snapchat. It's happening on Facebook Live. It's happening on Anchor. It's happening on, listen, we all have, thank you for that. We all have our own DNA, right? So some people are really good writers, so they find blogging to be their thing. Some people are good on camera, so they find live streaming to be their thing. You know, some people are just like, you know, they have a melodious voice, so something like Anchor is their thing. You had to identify, you had to do a self-awareness check, okay? Do an audit on yourself. Find out what your DNA is, what your strong suit is for communicating, and just flood that market. Absolutely flood it, guys. So, guys, that's my time. Fabian Brown, best people Ian and Lisa created this. Yes. Fabian Brown, guys, 36-year-old, nobody special, proud dad of 10 kids, no problem. Do me a favor, if you're not already following me, swipe over and hit that follow button. If you haven't shared this content out and you felt that I've given you value, go ahead and share it with your network of people. Go ahead and share it on Twitter and Facebook, guys. And one step over, if you guys want to connect with me, because the number one question I get all the time, oh my goodness, 10 kids? How do you do it? You know, you run a music industry business, a photo booth business, an online business. You have a nonprofit. Fabian, how do you do it? How do you find time to manage a relationship with your beautiful wife and your beautiful kids? And when do you sleep? You get up at 4:30 every single morning and you go to bed 11 o'clock at night. Where do you get the energy? Well, listen, I want you to connect with me offline. Take action. Take the step. So here's my challenge to you guys. Here's my challenge. If you swipe over in my bio and Periscope, what you're going to find is a link. It's a bit.ly link, okay? Bit.ly, Vibe with Fabe, Vibe with Fabe. You click on that link, it's going to lead you to a calendar. No sales pitch. I'm not selling you anything. I can sell you stuff, but you know what? I'm not about selling you stuff. I'm about building an authentic relationship. Some rapport, like I have with Sean Wyman, like I have with Rax, like I have with so many people in the scope, Lisa, with Ian. I'm about building relationships. So if you take the action to swipe over and click on that link and fill out a calendar and connect with me, we can do a phone call, we can do a Skype, we can do an email, hi from South Korea, we can do whatever you want to do to connect, okay? So that's my invitation to you. If you want to get to know me better, if you want to engage with me offline, if you want to build a relationship, like listen, you guys have no idea who I know, right? And I'm here to help you guys out. I'm here to help you connect with the people that you need to connect with because my network is silly crazy in a multitude of industries. So maybe I have something that you're looking for. Maybe I don't. But you're not going to find out unless you swipe over, hit the link, and connect with me. Schedule some time, and that's it. Lisa is on. That's my time, guys. Check out Lisa's Burgers. Ian, thank you so much for the opportunity, guys. Make sure you swipe, follow, share, and check out Lisa. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.